Hey Libra, this reading is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising in Love, December 15th through the ends of the month. Libra in Love, December 15th through the ends of the month. Libra, I'm going to be doing my usual monthly giveaway, but I've decided to let my winner choose whether or not they would like a free healing session or a free reading. So if you'd like to be considered for this giveaway, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment below your video, and I will notify winners at the very end of the month. Libra in Love. Okay, Libra, I've got you guys. I don't know if this is going to come as a surprise to you, Libra, but I'm feeling that there's somebody who's having a really hard time letting you go. And this may not even be like a recent ex. This may not even be a recent breakup. It just feels like there's somebody who has always felt like you were the one that got away. You were the one that got away. And every opportunity they have had, and this could be like years. I'm not necessarily getting that this is over the last couple of months, a breakup or something. People reach out to you. This person reaches out to you, and it may just be like, oh, someone said, you know, X, Y, and Z. It reminded me of you. That didn't happen. And maybe sometimes it has, but it just feels like this person is constantly waiting for a second shot with you, and they are constantly hoping to get you back in there, trying to manifest some sort of a reunion, a reconciliation, even if it's just a friendship. But there's somebody in the mix right now who's having a very hard time with the fact that you got away, and they're going to try to come back. So that is a major energy coming through. I think for some of you, you may feel this about a partner, but it's really feeling like, okay, Libra, someone wants to show back up, regardless of whether you have a family already with somebody else, regardless of how you've already moved on. It's mind-blowing to them that they lost you, okay? So we can extend some compassion, but it does feel like some of this may be a little bit, I don't want to say a nuisance, but you're just going to be like, really, after all this time? I do think for some of you, you may actually entertain a conversation here. It could be worthwhile if you feel like there's mutual attraction and love. I just see maybe some of you being tempted to have a conversation with somebody like this just because it's the holidays, because you feel bad ignoring the text message, but you don't actually reciprocate that interest. If that's the case, it's probably not something you're going to want to respond to because it'll lead somebody on, okay? So just putting that out there. It's a big message coming through to start with, but let's get a little bit more clarity. Libra in Love, December 15th through the end of the month. And I feel like, Libra, you already know who this is. I don't think that you're in the dark. This person has probably already tried to come back. But this is what we start with, okay? Passion. Well, in regards to this person who can't get over you, they're certainly very passionate about you, but I really don't recommend entertaining conversations with anybody from the past unless you have that passion for them back. If you do, this will be a really good couple of weeks to consider reconciliation, or at least to start talking again. But that passion has to be there. If that passion wasn't there in the past, if you're not really feeling a true pull to somebody from the past, you're better off continuing to move forward. It's not really going to be fair to you or to them. For those of you in committed relationships already, though, I mean, there's a whole lot of passion. There's a whole lot of romance. Maybe even some crossover with Taurus here. I'm also getting Leo a little bit here too. Attraction sitting at the center. And if you're single, not only are you attracting people from the past, you're just attracting people to you hardcore. This may be intense. I feel like you're getting a lot of attention. I feel like you're getting attention from exes. You're getting attention from new potential partners. This could be a little overwhelming for you. And honestly, I think that for some of you could possibly be the catalyst behind answering a message from someone from the past, because it's a little bit of a safety net, because it's a little safer than all these new people and trying to make sense of this chaos and people's attraction to you right now. Again, I would sit with it. Don't be reactive. Like, really sit and think, you know, and really think through whether or not it's of the highest good to reach out to somebody. But there's trust here. I see more success and love for you if you're single moving forward than moving back, okay? If you really are still in love with somebody and you really are passionate about somebody and they're returning that, I think you can go for it. I think that this is a really blessed time because there seems to be a whole lot of like magnetic soulmate love here and soulmate connection. But if you're single and that's just not the reality for you, you're not really drawn to anybody in the past anymore, I mean, you will call in more than one person. You may already be speaking to more than one person right now. You're very attractive. There's self-love at the core, but it feels like you have this enthusiasm about life and you're in divine flow, and that is just naturally very attractive to other people. But we're going to come back to this. If you're choosing between partners and you're not sure who's of the highest good to entertain, maybe dating long term, if that's something you would like to move forward with, it's the person that you trust. There has to be passion. It can't just be a friendship. You're not going to be fulfilled with that. But if you have that physical chemistry and that physical passion, that mental, that emotional passion, but it's also someone you can trust, that's who it is. That's the one that you're going to want to run with. And you may have more than one good option, but it feels like one option you may be able to trust. There's good chemistry there. There may even be a soulmate connection, but you're not necessarily passionate about them. And then there's someone else that sort of checks off all those boxes for you. That's the one, okay? If you're single, passion being clarified by soulmate. For those of you in committed relationships, there's just something going on with you and a partner. It's really good. I think you and a partner are finally able to spend time together now, and you haven't been over the last couple of months, or you haven't been able to spend enough time over the last couple of months, probably because of work. This could be because of you or a partner working quite a lot. But it's like you call each other back in. You call each other back in. That passion is just like instantaneously there. There's a whole lot of love around Libra and Libra's significant others right now. But again, those of you who are single, you're calling in a soulmate. You may be calling in more than one soulmate. It's the one that you're truly passionate about. Also someone who makes you feel safe. So really good outcome here for you. I feel like some of you could already have made that decision, but it's the very beginning stage, maybe like that honeymoon stage of a relationship. I feel like you may fear that something's going to go wrong. Like it's a little too good to be true, but it's actually not. This person does feel trustworthy. If you have already narrowed down your options to one and you decided to move forward with just one person, they feel like they're the one for you, Libra, or definitely somebody to at least give a real shot to at this time. If you're feeling like you are in that stage and the passion is starting to fade, that's a little bit of a different story, because that is something Spirit's having me zone in on. There's trust, there's safety, but there is also passion. Okay. I think some of you have separated, okay? And you're attractive now because you've healed, and now you're out there again, clarified by freedom. I see Libra like truly celebrating their freedom, probably talking to more than one partner or potential partner if they're single, okay? But again, it's in this freedom. Someone's trying to come back. Like, you're still very attractive to somebody you stepped away from, really can't handle that they lost you. And it's weird because I'm sure that there was grief at some point. I'm not getting this person grieving. It's almost like, but I don't have to give up. I can't force Libra to love me again, but I don't have to give up on them either. It's like that kind of energy. And I do think some of you, again, if there's still love and there's attraction there and that passion there, it's a really good opportunity to get back together with this person, because there's certainly a lot of love. There's certainly a lot of interest in you. But I think for others of you, you're just like kind of blown away. Like, I can't believe this person is still trying to reach out to me after all this time. Like, I have a family now. I've been with this other person for like a year or two now. What's happening here? It really is coming from love. I don't think anybody's trying to be deceitful or try to mess up relationships or be disrespectful. It really just comes from this like place of disbelief, like, how did I lose you? You know, and I think you can have compassion for that. And I know that you will. Trust, being clarified, but give a relationship a chance. Give that person a chance if you truly feel that connection back to that person in the past. But I feel like the main message here is trust the person you're with. Trust that this isn't gonna fizzle out. This isn't gonna just abruptly end. You're with a trustworthy partner. If you're having some issues with passion, but you know that you've had chemistry in the past, it feels like there are some stresses around travel and around work that have interfered. Hence, kind of coming back together over the next 2 weeks and rekindling that passion, resparking that passion. I really feel for the most of you, for the majority of you in committed relationships, it's all about working on your relationship. It's not about taking space or any sort of freedom from a significant other. It feels like the space that you've had may have interfered and may have hurt either you or a partner, especially if it was work and travel related, because it does come through really strong. For those of you single, giving love a shot, giving a new partner a shot, and not necessarily looking back at somebody just because it's a safe option. Giving love in a relationship a real opportunity here by putting yourself out there, by allowing, because I see people being attracted to you and you maybe not returning the attention, just like whatever. Give love a shot now. There's a really good energy around this, especially for those of you who don't want to go back to anybody in the past. You know that you're completely done with that. It also doesn't mean you have to be closed off to love now. You know what I mean? It's not so cut and dry. Even if you are sort of fresh out of a relationship, there are just some good options coming in. I'm just putting that out there, and you can do with it what you will, but Spirit is urging you to give love a shot, okay, if you're single. Crowning your reading. It's so funny because there are certain messages that'll come through for many of the signs. Not all of them, but many. Crowning this whole reading. For you, Libra, it's your inner child. Being around children is going to help nurture your inner child at this time, especially celebrating the holidays with children. So really feel blessed if you have children in your life that you can do that with. It's just so healing and so loving, and there's so much joy there around your children. But that also speaks to inner child healing. Inner child healing is what's going to clear up any sort of issues with passion or lack of chemistry, because at the bottom of the deck, we have chemistry. I really think this is here for those of you in committed relationships. If you feel like there's a disconnect, there's another reason for it, okay? I really think somebody's just stressed out. It's not that passion or chemistry is fizzled. You just maybe need to like respark it, okay? But there's some inner child healing here for sure. I feel like too, the person who maybe can't get over you and the person who is just in like such disbelief that they lost you, they maybe need to be working through some inner child stuff that may be sparking some abandonment issues in them. And that's not for you to handle. That's not your responsibility to handle that, but it does come through pretty strong. I also feel like if you separated from somebody and they had children, they may be missing you. The kids may be missing you, or if you have children, your kids may be missing a partner, which could make things a little bit difficult over the holidays. But all in all, I see joy around children. I see joy around tapping into and nurturing your own inner child, celebrating the holidays like a kid would, with the same excitement as a little kid would. That's just going to do you a world of good right now, especially in love. I do see two partners coming together, especially if there's been a little bit of an emotional disconnect, coming together and really celebrating over the holidays. You both tapping into a nurturing inner child. And again, that reestablishing the passion you have for one another because you have so much fun. Okay, Libra, if you feel like you still need more clarity, reach out to me. I'm available for private readings. I'm available for energy healing work, which you know that I specialize in. I will be back January 1st for your full month of January reading. In the meantime, I'm sending you so much love, light, gratitude. Happy holidays. I love you, Libra. I'll see you back here soon. Ciao.